Hello, Fatima.
Hi.
You're welcome back. How was your week?
My week was amazing.
Yeah. Welcome back to
Yeah.
Okay, so how has everything been? We did the decision wheel last. Was there any decision that came up when you used your decision?
Yeah, I had to. I had a student that I didn't feel like I was being productive with him in class,
Okay.
and it was kind of hard for me to work with him. So I was always wanting to make a decision to send him to someone else, and it felt like I was so attached to the child. So it felt like I'm going to be maybe making the personal. Then I did the decision, went to the decision wheel, and when I was looking at the consequences and the values and the feelings, okay, my feelings were I was getting more emotionally attached to the child, but it was not healthy.
Yes.
Because I felt it's maybe somebody else can give a better support to him, because the mom kind of didn't understand that he needed more support than me,
Okay.
and she always kept on. We are coming to the same conclusion. Try maybe to work,
Yeah.
but then there's a more problem than what I can offer. So I'm working on one thing, but the other thing is not working. So we're not progressing.
Yeah,
So
you're not progressing.
I had to make a decision of like you have to move him somewhere else for a while and let's see what happens. And then after that he can come back to me. She didn't like it, but it was a proper decision for me to make.
Oh, that's good. So your decision was that you're no longer going to support him.
No, it's not supporting. It's like I'm working with him, but we're not reaching the progress that I want.
So you wanted to
because he has another problem. So working with me is just a minor issue.
Yeah.
The other one is a major issue where the mother doesn't want to acknowledge.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
And I felt like it's time for me to make the decision whether she likes it or not, because I'm not getting making any difference.
Yeah.
It's like there's an improvement, but we're stuck.
Yeah.
So she's been with me like 3 months. By now we should have been progressed to another level where
Yeah.
she can be independent without having a shadow teacher in class or whatever. And it was difficult for me first because the mom was really
Decisions are always difficult, and
No.
that's why the decision wheel helps, because then you see your choices. But the consequence part, I'm sure, was most
The
effective, right?
consequence part was effective, and
Yeah.
the value.
Uh-huh.
What was the value of me deciding what I'm doing? And also, I learned that sometimes, you see, if you work in a system, they give you a certain way to do work.
Yeah.
So for me, if the mother likes the way you work with their children and they feel comfortable, the system will tell you, we will let you be with him, but then incorporate somebody else.
Yeah.
I didn't feel me being around was a good thing at that moment,
Okay.
because he was so much attached to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if anybody else comes, he will not connect. So the best decision was for me to let him completely. I'm out of the picture
Yeah.
to depend on somebody else. They didn't like it as my.
When you've made your decision
I made
anyway,
a
and
decision.
that's a powerful
So
one.
it
anyway.
was kind of tense, but
Yeah.
then I decided
You
like,
decided.
it's either this or I don't work,
Yeah.
because I feel this is the best for the child. So
That's awesome, because I mean that's what this topic is. The topic we did is about,
Yeah.
right? So it gave you more confidence to make the decision, which is so important. So imagine going through that time and then you keep making decisions. They say all work no play makes Jack a dull boy, right? So even a decision is a lot of work.
yeah.
So today we're going to talk about buzz moments. And these are moments where time just stops because you're doing something you love doing. Like when I'm taking my tea, time stops. For some reason, it's something I've always looked forward to. And those are times you do it without even thinking about it. It becomes second nature. So we're happy when we enjoy what we're doing, and it comes naturally. If you're happier, you create buzz moments. If you're happy, you'll be happier when you create buzz moments. You need to be aware of what your buzz moment activities are. Like I just told you my example of taking tea, and you need to add more buzz moments into your daily life. And buzz moments could be something as simple as just watching the sunrise. Yeah, it could just be just sitting doing nothing. Most people will say, I love to meditate. That's a buzz moment. Some people could just be playing with a child, like you were with kids, and I know you're very passionate about it. I'm sure you'll have lots of buzz moments. Yeah.
I lot.
I'm sure. I'm going to give you an activity just when I finish explaining. I'm sure something will come up there. Your combination of skills, love, and passion is a very perfect formula for your buzz moment. Because if you're skilled in what you're doing, like you're supporting children, you love what you're doing, and you have a passion for it, you can imagine that's massive for buzz moment. And it makes you unique because no one else has the same things to offer like you do. So finding and utilizing your buzz moments is what you're meant to do. So it's not all about work. People go to work and enjoy it. Some people go to work and don't enjoy it. The difference is because the people that enjoy it have more buzz moments in their work. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give you an activity now to do. It's not long. It's about the buzz moments, just for you to integrate what I just said. So you'll answer a set of questions to identify what activities are your buzz moments, and then you'll even dig deeper and answer another set of questions. The reason for this, the outcome we want, is for you to take to gain clarity on what kind of activities make buzz moments for you, so that you can access them in the future. Like some 7 years back, I always remember people keep saying, "You love tea, you love tea." I never knew it was my buzz moment because once it's 5 p.m., I need to take it wherever I am. You know? So apparently, so let me just give you a rundown of what the steps are like. You're going to answer a set of questions to identify your buzz moment activities. The step 2 would be you'll dig deeper, like I said, into the buzz moment activity so you can identify them more and maximize them. You ready? Okay, I'll just give you a few moments. So if you move to 104, you can start. Done. Okay. Do you want to share them?
Yeah, so the first one was what do you love doing?
Mm-hmm.
So I love reading, I love listening to music.
Yeah, but okay, let me just tell you how we're going to debrief this. You're just going to share your buzz moments activities with me and the impact that the buzz moments have on your lives. On your life, yeah.
So I love reading.
Yeah, okay.
Reading for me is like clarity.
Mm-hmm.
I love reading motivational books. So whenever I read, I just find myself understanding one thing or another.
Mm-hmm.
I love listening to motivational speeches.
Mm-hmm.
That's like different people talking about different topics.
Mm-hmm.
So it just
In your wheel of life, what was your self-development score? What was it?
6.
Okay, I would think it's a 9. That means you can get it to a 9 when you add more things because you love reading, you like watching
Yeah,
motivation.
I like watching. This is like for me the best yearning moments that I enjoy when I listen to people talking about different scenario and how they can overcome, how to empower yourself.
Yeah.
So I love listening to motivational speaking.
Yeah.
I love learning new languages, though I haven't learned any language.
Which language would you want to
I
say?
want to learn Spanish and Italian, though I understand Tagalog
Okay.
very well. I can't speak, but I am very.
That's your language.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand when they speak. So
Yeah.
when they speak Tagalog, I speak in English.
Mhm.
So it's amazing because I can communicate with them.
Okay.
I speak Arabic,
Mhm.
so I really love to learn new languages.
Mhm.
I like to do skydiving. It's something that I feel like I will enjoy more.
Mhm.
My work is the place where I get all my buzz moments because I get to read books with children, I get to do art with them. The buzz moment is when you find that a child is doing well and you just feel like you've achieved.
You've
So
added
those are
something,
just
yeah.
like it's
Mhm.
work, but at the same time you learn a lot from kids by the way.
Yeah. And how do your buzz moments impact you? What do you?
For me, if I read a book, the purpose of reading that book most of the time is for me to understand myself. So I read novels. So I like reading novels, but I like reading biography. These are things I like reading. So I totally want to transcend to that person and feel how it feels to be in a different, to see yourself in a different way. I like music and dancing because this is just a moment where I feel I'm free in my room and wherever. It's just, like now this I have no restrictions. I just need to be myself. So
it's interesting you said that, you know, because buzz moments depend on us.
Yes.
They need to be self-dependent, because if you depend on someone for buzz moment, then the day it doesn't come, then you don't have a buzz moment. So,
I love having moments on my own. Like I just lock myself in the room and just sit. I mean, mostly I don't do anything. Just being on my own and feeling like nobody's making noise in my ears. Because
just
I work
quiet.
with children a lot. So there's this time when I just want like quietness and just enjoy myself.
So how often do you incorporate buzz moments during the day? Because we need to make it mindful now.
Okay. So for my buzz moments, most of them are at work. So I get my buzz moment when I deal with the children and we laugh and you find like a child had a drawing and she feels so happy. So that for me is just like makes my day. When I come at home, I try to read as much as I have time. So I'll read before I sleep because that makes me feel good. I like to take like 30 minutes, 40 minutes on my own before I sleep. I switch off everything, the phone and everything, just to be in my zone and imagine nothing, but just be there. So those are my buzz
That's
moments.
like a zen state, And it's good that you realize that apart from your work, you know, because you love your work so much, I can see. So you keep going to back to your work. So apart from your work, you love to dance. You just love to be alone. And you see, so that means if you're out of work for some reason, you also have buzz moments, because buzz moments should not be financially dependent. That means with or without work, with or without somebody paying you, you can still find some kids and still be happy. That's
I like walking in the park. So these are things I like doing. Like I can just put music, and I like listening to motivational people speaking. So most of the time when I walk, I just listen to different people talking about different things. And I just feel it's like I learn something new every time. Sometimes you just feel you're confused about something, and you go like, okay, wow, this is something I can, and it makes you not. Even though you feel like sometimes you're lost, somehow somebody will say something. So I feel more constructive rather than really just walking up.
And you know, many people will be wondering, what's she doing? Why is she doing this? You know, because people have different buzz moments. That for you is not somebody's buzz moment. Like my siblings always wonder. I keep going back to tea. You see how much tea is. They always say, "What's in tea?" But they don't understand that's my time and I love to take it alone. So we don't listen to people when they say, what's interesting in that? We need to now understand the importance of this is to understand that it's my buzz moment and I love it. You know, I used to wonder why kids go on their devices. Even though it could get too much, we need to restrict it and they should have boundaries. But there are kids that don't like devices. Well, few. So it doesn't give them buzz moments. So we need to respect people's buzz moments. It's so key, And the more buzz moments you have, the happier you are. Obviously.
To be honest, if I put music and dance, even if I'm so angry, it's like I will forget about it. If I listen to somebody telling about something, it just makes me feel like, you know, you're complaining this one, somebody has more issues than you, and you're complaining, and life is not as bad as you feel. So you end up going back to yourself. If I read, for me, when I read, it's just like a transcend. It's like I get into this. It's like I'm watching a movie by reading. So my mind is like everything else that exists. I'm in this scenario. So it's fun. When I'm with the kids and we do art or we tell stories. For me, that's a moment like I relieve even when I go home. You know, you see their faces, you see the excitement and the happiness they have. It just makes your day.
See, you're going back to kids again. It's so interesting because somebody even meeting for the first time knows what you love, what your passion is. So it would be, would you think is a good idea for you to incorporate more of those times in your life? Like even when you're not supporting kids, you will still find those buzz moments, because I'm sure you believe that the more buzz moments you have now, the happier you are. And the happier you are, the more successful.
Sure.
Only happy people become successful.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Okay. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
The more you feel happy, you don't feel more stressed.
Exactly.
You enjoy life.
Yeah, you conquer the world.
Yeah. See, now you're talking about it. I feel like reading was just a hobby, and I didn't feel like it's adding. When I was doing this, it's like, oh wow.
Yeah.
That's why I feel good when I read. That's why I feel good when I
It's true.
enjoy when I like music. I really love to learn people languages. But I never put it as a make an effort to do.
Yeah.
It's something that I really need to.
Now that you know it will make you happy, give you that buzz, then you'll go for it.
I'm happy when I learn somebody's language and I can communicate with them. It feels like you've achieved something.
Yes.
It just gives you happiness.
Achievement is a baseline for you, right? So see how it's coming again, and you keep bringing out words from your baseline,
from your baseline.
because that's what you're made for. It's your value, so it will keep coming back and making you happy. So it's like a cycle now. Awesome. So how did you find the session? Did you?
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's all these buzz moments. It's like
Yeah,
wow.
lots of them coming through now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll stop here today. Thank you for coming. Next week we're going to start another one called the Mastermind, and that's another good one. Sort of, you'll find your buzz moments in the Mastermind also.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
next session.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, Rosie.
See you next week.
Okay. Bye.